Hey guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. Today is day 15 of 31 days of SpookTube here on YouTube. We are going to be talking about the APHONOPELMA CHALCODES today. We're going to be talking all about them, common name, where they're from, habitat, temperature, humidity, enclosure, size, and temperament of the species in a whole. So scientific name is the APHONOPELMA CHALCODES. Their common name is the Arizona blonde tarantula. Being from Arizona, they are a New World species, which means they do have that urticating hair on their abdomen. We will talk, she's not missing a leg, by the way, or he, this is my male, he's not missing a leg, it's just tucked in his water dish, just in case you guys were wondering. So these guys are a New World species, which I haven't really done a dedicated video on New World versus Old World yet, but I believe that video is coming later on. Some of my videos are pre-recorded, so I believe that video is coming later on this month. So stay tuned for that. But where they're from the southern US, so New World area. They're from Arizona, California, Mexico, mostly in the Sonoran deserts of South Arizona. Because of that, there's two major rainy seasons down in South Arizona. There is the summer and the winter rainy season. So being that there is that rainy season 2 times a year, they can tolerate more dry temperature or more dry and humid environment. So kind of can range there. It also ranges in temperature, because in the wild you can range from 52 degrees in the winter all the way up to 80+ degrees in the summer. So temperature in the captivity, you want to keep them between about 70 and 85 degrees depending on the season. You don't want them to get too cold, just because there are tragedies that can happen if it does get too cold, but about 70 to 85 degrees depending on the season can be a really nice middle ground for these guys in captivity. Humidity, really you can keep anywhere from like a 40 to a 70% humidity. Most of the time I just fill a water dish and overflow it like I do with most of my other drier species of tarantula. You just kind of overflow it and mist it down once a month. But for the enclosure, you want to keep about 3 to 5 inches of substrate for them to burrow, and then you want to keep a hide in there, just so they have somewhere to hide out. And then you want to use a water dish and overflow that water dish when filling it. You can overflow it just a little bit or a lot depending on if you wanted to amp up that humidity or not. Mine never really uses their hides. I have 2 of these guys. I have a mature female and an immature male. Both of mine I've never seen really use the hide, but just in case they ever wanted it, it is there. But most of the time they're always out and about. Size, these guys can get up to 6 inches, which is a pretty large size. Now, one thing I will say is if you are getting one as a spiderling or a juvenile, they are one of the slowest growing species ever. One of them, not the slowest, but very close up there. They're extremely slow growing. So you want to keep that in mind, that it could take years and years and years before they ever hit that 6-inch mark. Their temperament, though, they're extremely docile. They can be a hair flicker and a little bit skittish at times, but past that, I mean, I always recommend these guys as one of the beginners. You always want to test temperament. I mean, they are one that you could handle if you really wanted to. I handle mine. My male's a little bit more flighty, probably just because he's a male. Males tend to be a little bit more flighty. But my female is literally one of the best spiders ever and the best for handling. She was actually used as an educational animal, so she was handled a lot prior to me owning her. I never had her as an educational animal. Now I do as education online, but never like physical hands-on education, but she was used as education for children. So she is extremely docile. She never had any issues. She never bit anybody. She has never flung hairs at me. I don't know if she has prior to this, but she She's extremely docile, but like I said, they can be a hair flicker and skittish. This guy's a hair flicker sometimes. Not very much, as you can see. His bum is very full and nice, but he does flick hairs if he wants to. They can be pretty skittish, but it all depends on the specimen, guys. I mean, I could have the meanest of mean and you could have the nicest of nice. That's how it is, especially with like Brachypelma humori, for example. My Brachypelma humori is insane. She's probably one of the most defensive spiders I own, but other people have the most docile and sweet Brachypelma humori on the face of the earth. So it's all dependent on the specimen you have. You can't really go off of just the species, because like I said, every specimen's different. We are a species in a whole as humans, but some of us are nice and some of us are not. Some of us are afraid of certain things that others aren't, and it just is what it is. Just because they're the same species doesn't mean that every specimen is going to be the same. One thing I will say is they're a very good eater. They never really seem to turn down a meal for me, especially my male. My male is one of the best eaters I have. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to go over that. They're definitely one of the best beginner species in my opinion. But yeah, that was today's video. I wanted to talk all about the APHONOPELMA CHALCODES. They are one of my favorite species. Look at those nice little golden hairs. They're gorgeous. So yeah, I just wanted to go over that, and I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Check out my Patreon page and my other social medias linked in the description, along with my P.O. box in case you ever wanted to send me anything. See, he is a little bit fighty. P.O. box is also listed down in the description. I will see you guys in tomorrow's video for day 16 of 31 Days of SpookTube. Bye-bye.